I am here. I'm here. I'm queer. Get used to it. I haven't used this overlay in a minute. Oh, I woke up like a couple hours ago. I accidentally slept last night, usually around the time that I streamed, so I probably, well, I also slept a lot during the day to try and fix my sleep schedule. But I slept when I was supposed to stream last night because I just couldn't do it. Sometimes that fatigue just hits. I pretty much went from like ready to stream to couldn't keep my eyes open within a span of 5 minutes, so I had to like not stream and then fall asleep like 5 minutes after I made the post of not being able to stream. Like, it's fast. It is fast. I don't have like fatigue attacks like that too often, but it happens fast. I'm thinking, actually, I've been thinking for a while that I might make like a telonym. It's one of those things where people can go on and like ask you an anonymous question, and then I'd like take that and post it on Twitter with the answer. Oh, excuse me. Oh, Twitter's being Twitter. You know, a lot of people are upset at Moist Critical / Charlie because because I mean, I think he said that he's fine with like someone transitioning. Yeah, he's getting flamed on Twitter right now. He's had to make a video about it because of how hard he's getting like shit on Twitter. It's the end of the world because Charlie said he's fine with children transitioning to a different gender with parent permission. Which, if it gets to that point, as he explained in his most recent video, it's not something that any of these people know about. It's like a fucking 4 to 5 year process of like, all right, here's hormones. Here, we want to make sure that you actually like this is something you need, that you need to transition before you're 18. Because some people actually like develop self-mutilation for not like transitioning as a child. It's actually crazy. So sometimes transitioning is medically necessary to save someone's life. And sometimes that happens before 18. It's just rare. It is just very rare. It's insanely rare that someone transitions before 18. Because even if you start at like 14, there's a good chance that you'll be after 18 by the time you're like transitioning. But so now like a huge amount of right-wing Twitter is upset that Charlie is supporting child mutilation. Man, that's loud. I'm gonna turn my gain down. They're ripping up the carpet and the stairs out in like the hallway, and I think replacing it and doing a bunch of other shit down there. So now he's down there hammering shit in. And it's loud enough to be picked up by my mic. God damn, I have the gain turned up down like all the way. I also have like the noise suppression at max. Okay, now it's being picked up less. Oh wow, that one was loud. I didn't realize he was going to be hammering right under my feet. It feels like he's hammering the ceiling down there. What the hell? I'm pretty sure they're just replacing the carpet. I don't know. I take good care of my carpet, so my carpet doesn't need to be replaced. A lot of other people have never heard of a fucking vacuum. I have. I vacuum every goddamn, well, basically every day. Yeah, people are mad at Charlie about that. That's about it. I mean, there's been other stuff. I mean, I made a post on, like, there was a post making fun of the whole copying design thing going around on Twitter. Yeah, I learned that young, that a clean house is a clean mind. That's what I say. Clean house is a clean mind. Like, you are not going to be mentally very healthy if, like, your apartment's fucking filthy. Like, you aren't going, like, you're gonna be more and more unstable the dirtier it gets. I haven't slept in a bed in a while, so I don't really have pillows to cuddle. I keep trying to sleep in beds. It doesn't go well. Other than that, there's a bunch of discourse about people. We have some body pillows, and I found, like, someone who... I think I found, like, a couple places where people do body art, which is expensive. Like, getting the art done for a body pillow is, like, almost $1,000. But I found someone who does, like, a body pillow cover, so I could have them, to, like, do it on the cover and then, like, put it on a body pillow. Yeah. But there's also... the whole thing with Powder accusing someone else of copying her fucking basic-ass bitch purple-eyed elf design. The elf ears aren't the same, the outfits aren't really the same, the eyes aren't the same shade of purple, one's hair is purple-ish white, and the other one's is completely white. Like, they're pretty drastically different. But this person, Powder, went on an interview with, like, one of the biggest interviewers on Twitter, and was just like, no, I meant harm. I meant to harm them because I was upset. I fully believed that they'd stole my design, so I actively tagged them and sent my community after them in hopes that they would get harassed. It's basically what she said. And when called down on it, she was like, well, I don't believe in harassment. I don't think anyone should harass anyone. But criticism is fine. I'm fine with criticism. And it's like, oh, okay, so you just don't fucking care that people from your community are going to harass people. I see. So that's what you're saying. Like, that's literally all it's saying. Like, in a situation, like, you can say that. That's not a normal, fine thing to say. But in a situation where, like, your community is going to harass people, you can't just sit there and be like, no, harassment, no, don't do that. But criticism, that's fine. That is actually on my ceiling, I think. Like, he's actually... What is he doing? Like, I think I can actually feel that hammer right below my feet. He's supposed to just be getting the carpet. But when you say something in that context of, like, hey, are you gonna, like, denounce all the harassment that's been sent from you to that person? And it's just like, well, I don't think anyone should harass anyone. But criticism is fine. So, like, you can't say that. She's just actively walked around giving, like, the worst answers possible. Like, actively saying she admitted, like, she wanted to harm these people. Yeah, well, I'm not sure about the subflooring, but I know the carpet needed to be replaced. That man is just not... He's just not being gentle with it. You know, someone who put in, like, a nail, and they're like, alright, I have to basically get this in one hammer. And they just fucking ram that shit with the hammer. That's what it feels like. Just bam, 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 like someone's sledgehammering the fucking... Well, no, they've replaced subflooring here before. Like, I know what you're talking about. It's just, I'm pretty sure they're only replacing the carpet. God damn. What an awful time. They only, like, one of the few times I wanted to stream early and he's sitting there and they're fucking... I don't know, fucking the floor. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, that whole copying design thing, and now there's a bunch of people. I'd say it's probably 90% people in support of, like, the other person that was supposedly copying the design, and 10% in support of Powder. It says my mic is picking it up. That's why I'm worried about it, but, like, you guys are saying you can't hear it, dull. I turned down the gain. So even, like, the tiny bits that's picking up, the noise suppression is probably making it almost not sound anything. Like, I have a lot. Like, on my NVIDIA broadcast, which is what I put my audio through, and why it actually sounds, like, pretty smooth, it has, like, 100% noise removal. I have noise removal on there, and I have strength 100%. Like, it's kind of hard for background noise to get picked up. He actually might be using a hammer now. I was gonna say that sounded different than a normal hammer. That sounded like a rubber hammer. If there's one thing I know, it's what hammering sounds like. Yeah, maybe make a tell of them. It's pretty fun. Like, people go on there and just kind of, like, anonymously can ask you a question. Like, really, generally anything, but I'll only answer ones that aren't fucking gross. You know, like, I'm not gonna go in there and people are gonna be like, would you fuck me? And no. No, I probably wouldn't. But there's always, like, room for basically questions like, how do you deal with this being physically disabled? Or, you're autistic. How do you... I don't know. Pretty much anything. Like, any questions that want insight to my life that aren't being, like, a dick. Well, dicks are pretty insightful into my life, but... the derogatory term. I can't wait to turn that script in the server that I posted in the lore channel. I can't wait to turn that into a comic. I'm having that turned into, like, just a full-on color comic. It'll take the guy a while, I think. I think it'll take him, like, probably, like, a month, maybe 2. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know how long it'll take him to, like, get through the pages. It's gonna be probably, like, 4 to 8 pages, I think. Like, an actual, like, little short comic about the start of his lore. But I need my, I need the model. You're fine, Mystic. I need my model before I can have the comics done. I mean, hopefully in the next month or 2. Well... so my model is going to be done the 25th. I don't know, like, what will be done before then. I hope you enjoy time with your friend, Mystic. I don't know, like, what will be done before September 25th. That's when I'm supposed to have, like, the finished model. That's, like, the latest I'm supposed to have it. I don't know when I'll have for, like, updates before then. You know, if he, like, gets done with, like, the ears or some of the other features that I want changed, I could always, like, take the sketches or even, like, the line art of what he sent and send it to one of my artists, send it to my comic artist, send it to my reference sheet artist, and they'll be like, oh, okay, so those are your new ears. Now we know, like, what to draw, and can start, like, getting more of an idea of how / what they want to draw. Or something like, you know, like, well, I'm probably trying to think. It's like, money-wise, I probably won't even be able to start paying for the comic until I have my model. So, like, this past Wednesday, I paid $810 for my model art. This upcoming Wednesday, it's $400 for the reference sheet. And then the Wednesday after, it's another $400 for the reference sheet. And then after that, it's most likely 5 payments of $200 to $400. Like, it's $1,000 that I gotta pay for the rigging. So it's probably like payments of like 200, 300, 400, that area. Then that'll be paid off in a few weeks, and then bam, everything's just being worked on, and I'll have money to get some art and stuff with the new model. I'm gonna need to go to some of the artists I've gone to with like cheap icons. Some of them do like, you know, for my profile pictures for like $30. They aren't that expensive. I just need like, I need my model art. I need my new model art so that I know like my new like look. I need my new appearance so that I can have art done of that new appearance. And you're fine, Cody. I hope work's going well. Oh, I can't wait. I don't even think anyone's done anything like this. Like, with the ears that I plan to have done, I actually don't think anything this extreme has been done before in VTubing. So, my rigor is kind of like, I've seen it done with other stuff, but not like this. So we're kind of trying to figure it out. Like, we're kind of brainstorming it, because it's something that hasn't really been done. So it's something that she basically has to invent. Like, the concept of it is there, but the way I'm trying to have it done, it just hasn't been done like this. It's a big ask, but I'm gonna be, like, super happy if I can get it, like, the way I want it. Because you know how good clips would be if, like, every time I got surprised in a game, I widened my eyes and the ears just shot straight up? Plus, the eyes are going to be easier to, like, see, and, like, see the detail of, and actually see where I'm looking. I'm going to be able to, like, use my eyes more. It's like, I mean, I have the thing that makes my eyes smaller when I, like, widen them. But it's not by much. Which I also want that to be a lot more exaggerated. See, look. Like, it's not much. But it's there. It's there a little bit. I still want pretty big eyes, though. Bunnies have big eyes. If you ever looked at a bunny's eye, like, you basically can't see the white of a bunny's eye. It, like, there's maybe a tiny bit that you can see, but it's just basically all color. It's just all pupil. Even looking it up, like, you just generally see just all pupil. Yee. I'm gonna do the glow thing the same way, so my freckles are gonna glow. They're gonna be cotton candy colored, and they're also gonna be part of this glowing. My teeth are gonna be bigger, so that's gonna be cool. I'm gonna do something different with my hair. I have this right now, the hearts, but I'm gonna do something different, I think, like some kind of pattern. Some kind of glow pattern that looks really cool, but isn't just hearts all over my hair. I think I'm gonna want the colors to glow. Hey, Dark Fox. I hope your day is going well. Or whatever time of day it is for you. When I start streams, sometimes I like to say, good morning, good evening, good night, and good day, good sir. That usually covers most things. Hey, I'm an alien. That's just happened. Liquids that come out of me glow too. What? Hey, same time zone. I'm in Eastern time, so it's also like 3 o'clock for me. I'm doing good. I usually don't stream around now. I usually stream like later, like 8 o'clock Eastern time, so like 8 o'clock your time. But I felt like it. Sometimes I feel like just streaming, talking, hanging out, chatting. That means I can make you glow in the dark, too. You know. Zoom in a little more. Go up. And right there. It's always hard to, like, guess where my ear is going to be so that it doesn't get cut off by the program. There we go. That's another reason I'm going to have side ears soon. Because these ears have actually been a little annoying to try and, like, not get cut off of the top of the screen. Which also means I can't show as much because a good portion of the top of the screen above my head is allocated to not letting my ears, like, get cut off. Yeah, my partner is usually asleep by around, that's about right. My partner's usually asleep right around, 8 to 9 p.m. And then I start streaming, and then I'm up, like, the entire time he's asleep, and then he wakes up for work, and I'm usually still awake, and then I usually, like, fall asleep while he's, like, getting ready for work, or heading to work, or after he goes to work. Sleep through, like, I don't know, 6 a.m. to like 10 a.m. and that's usually my sleep. Then just get back to work. I've never slept very well. Like, I just don't sleep for shit. Just a few hours every night. Which is fine by me. Like, I'm not one to complain about that. I don't really care. I have plenty of energy, and that's all I really care about. Well, usually plenty of energy. My body's still on the verge of being fucking dead, so there's only so much energy you can have in a situation like that. Also notice that my Tourette's isn't going off. Maybe I need to change when I take my medication. Just because if it's like enough time after I've taken it, then I think my Tourette's kind of calms down. If I mention them, they start. That's not as bad as normal, but they'll start. Water. So, what to do tonight? I don't fucking know. What do you think I am, the streamer or something? Like I'm supposed to schedule things and figure out what I'm supposed to do like an adult? What do you think this is? I'm counting the drink I just took. Get off of my ear. Get off of my... Oh yeah, I never actually tested if that works. Hang on, let me donate bits to myself. I want to make sure something works. Well, I don't think I can do that actually, can I? Hang on, let me... Because there's like custom little gems that we have that should hit me. Boop. This is what it looks like. This thing, this pink line following me, that's tits. It's called the Twitch Integrated Throwing System. So it integrates like a throwing system to throw stuff at me, and that pink line is tracking my body. That's where the items will hit. I think it was pretty much just, it actually just got started like the other day, yesterday or the day before. But it's, I mean, I really trust the person doing the art, and I love their work. So I'm sure it's gonna come out right. This model wasn't drawn to be a model originally, so it has led to a number of complications. Just like I have to pay to adjust certain things if I want an outfit. Oh, you want like an outfit? Well, we have to do a base model. Oh, you want like another outfit? Well, we have to do some weird things with your arms because there's, you know, we have to make sure it's rigged to the arms, or like, well, you want your eyes adjusted so that it's easier to see where you're looking. You want like bigger, like it's just a lot harder to make adjustments to this actual model just because of how it was cut. The person doing my model? No. There's someone doing a reference sheet for me that has done work for Doki Bird and Iron Mouse, which I'm super excited for. Their work is fucking phenomenal. But my model art is actually being done by someone, I guess, who I'd guess I wouldn't call super well known, but I really like them. Here, I can show you guys a couple examples of like work that my current model artist has done. Let's see. Right here. Open that. That's capturing the music. Wait. Do I have two things capturing my music? It says they're both in different places. What happens if I do this? I only see one opera. Hang on. Yeah, the music is still there. Like, you guys can still... Okay. Alright. That works. Alright, let's make this a little smaller. Let's see. I'm trying to remember how to do this. Hang on. There we go. Transform. No. No, that's not right. Shouldn't I be able to select, like, what layer you're on? Why can't I move you forward? What's happening here? I was gonna say, I should have been able to do it without just dragging. Alright, here we go. How much is actually... There we go. I mean, it's not too bad. Actually, I could probably do a better job of this since I'm on PC. So there's that one, and then one of my favorites is this one. Does it even let... Maybe I can just open... Nope, it doesn't zoom in on the image. Man! I was hoping I could maybe just, like, open the image in a different, like, tab so I could just zoom in on it. Oh, and now I'm full screened. Oh, right, with the tits, I was gonna see. Bits donation. Trigger on bits. I mean, that's what it's supposed to do. Oh, I'd have to go into my alerts and trigger a bits donation. Worry about that later. Honestly, yeah, I don't like play, or I don't watch a lot of bigger VTubers, so it's hard for me to know a lot of names when people bring them up. And yeah, I have seen Shoto's model, I think, recently-ish. Okay, so now if I go to that, can't I just like straight up? My God, so many windows. Where is it? Even when I open it in like a web page, it doesn't show me anything. Man, so there's like almost no way to like actually see this model for what it is. Unless you have like the actual PNG, because I can't even like... I can't open it in a new page, I can't zoom in on it because it just zooms in the background. It's kind of unfortunate because it kind of makes it hard to see the details on like some of these, you know? Wait, if I zoom in, I can't go left and right? But yeah, it's this person. This is the person who's gonna be doing my model art. And is doing my model art right now. Their models are really pretty. I like their art style and their art. They've just done a really good job. I want a similar body type to this one. Oh, wait. Right. I always forget that I have to fucking transition things over. I should just stop using studio mode. There we go. This is my favorite that my current model artist has done. Oh, the recent sub things, hang on. Yeah. I actually want like a body type very similar to that. My original person had basically only done female characters like ever. So my body type on this 1.0 model is a little curvier than I want. I'm not a curvy person in real life. I'm a small, skinny dude. Didn't used to be, but now I am. So I'm less wanting the like curves, but like in this one it's kind of small instead of curvy, you know. That's kind of the body type I'm going for, just small. But they have really good coloring, so that'll help with like the color stuff that I want for my model. I'm also having them do like a rainbow variant, so there'll be like a toggle where I can change my hair, eye color, tongue color, and outfit color to rainbow. I call it my Skittles form. This is my cotton candy, like, main form, and now I'm gonna have a Skittles form. I have something opened. Oh, come on. And then, among other models they've done, this one's pretty good looking, the alien. I think her model looks really good, too. I think it's going to turn out great. I think it's just going to come out pretty great. Because artists themselves are capable of a lot of crazy shit. And yeah, it's gonna be a Skittles form. I have, Here, I might as well just keep this open. Let me save the image. I don't know if you've been on my Twitter, but I have the new outfit. No, let's not go on Twitter on this page. I made the mistake of that one time, and I don't want to see more porn. I try to not follow porn, and yet I still get porn. Man, that guy is still going at it down there. Right, and yeah, I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun with the Skittles form. The shirt is gonna say "Lick the Rainbow," because "Taste of the Rainbow" is copyrighted. It's trademarked. But, you know. So. I also want my tongue longer. I want it bigger. More powerful. Hey, there it is. So this is my upcoming outfit that I have on my 2.0. Like, this is the new outfit that same artist that I'm having do the model drew. He designed this outfit after I, like, gave him a bunch of ideas that I wanted. This isn't exactly, like, the high-resolution image, but yeah. Got thigh highs of, like, pink and blue socks, and then, like, this crop top with long sleeves, and then short shorts with the tattoo. And I'm gonna have the tattoo cut in the same way with those 3 hearts right there. There's 3 hearts in the tattoo right here, and I'm gonna have those cut the same way as the eyes, because the hearts in my eyes move, so I want the hearts in the tattoos to move the same way. It's gonna be pretty neat. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to have an actual... Oh, my neck. I'm excited to have an actual model. Because I think, like... I think my rigger is really good. And I think the rigging on this model came out, like, really good. But I think that their rigging would look better on an actual model. This one was cut very well. So, like, it still looks pretty good. I'm still pretty happy with how it came out. But because it wasn't originally drawn as a model, things are just a little off sometimes. The model itself right now is in great condition, but there's just way too much I would have to adjust and do if I was about to put a bunch of money into rigging and art, into all kinds of other stuff to get, like, you know, different outfits, different colors, different forms, like maybe some assets so people could use, all kinds of stuff. So much. I was gonna do so much, but then I just kind of realized, like, I'm about to dump a lot of money. Like, a lot of money into this model, and that means I'm also gonna need to dump even more money to make adjustments to make sure that all these outfits and everything are fun, you know? So I was just like, yeah, I think I'm just gonna get a new, like, I'm just gonna pay for new model art, I'm gonna have that done, I'm gonna have it cut, and then I'm just gonna, you know, have a new model that makes it a lot easier to put new outfits on and stuff. Plus, the person doing the model is the person that did the outfit, so it's going to be really easy to get that outfit onto the new model. Yeah, because I think over time it would just end up costing me more on this model, just because of the adjustments and all the extras that I would have to pay for. I'm excited to start getting sketches of the new model, though. I plan to, like, post them into the server and stuff. I try to post, like, most of the stuff into the Discord server. But, like, a lot of the sketches, I don't necessarily post on, like, Twitter or anything. I don't, like, super publicly post them. But if people are in the Discord, like, I do share, like, the actual sketches and a lot more updates than I share anywhere else. That's kind of one of the things I'm trying to use to, I guess, make the Discord worth being in for people who actually want to watch me. The comic's gonna be good. The stuff I put in the lore channel, I plan on turning into like a 4 to 8 page comic and having it like actually drawn out color. So, I think that's gonna be really cool. I'm just gonna have my new model's appearance in the comics, so I gotta wait for like some kind of sketch or something, or like the finished model, so I know exactly what he looks like. Yeah, it's gonna be actual lore. So far, I've just done like a couple quick like things I typed up, but this time it's like it's the government that like captured him as an alien, and he's gonna be in an interrogation room. And that one investigator is basically gonna be super racist towards aliens and like think that all of them should die, and he's just basically gonna try to execute him. He's just basically, you know, he's gonna be like, "You fucking aliens. Every single one of you should die," that kind of thing. And then he's gonna aim a gun at my head, and then he's gonna pull the trigger, and then the comic ends. At the end of the comic, there's going to be the sound of a gunshot going off, and then also the sound of a very loud crash. And that's literally, it's going to be blacked out when that happens. And that's going to be the end of the comic until part 2. The cliffhanger! I'm hoping to grow. Like a little more before I start, you know, posting that stuff or post the reference sheet. It would really be nice in the next, like, I guess month or two to try and get above 1,000 followers on Twitter. Not exactly great at, like, designing, you know, posts that hit the algorithm, though. I have like surgery scars all over my stomach and stuff, so I've been really debating on if I want to put those on my model. I mean, that's more of like a serious topic thing. Well, I'm 50-50 on like the comfortableness of it. Some people like scars, some people, you know, don't. Though, my biggest scars couldn't really be seen. Like, let's say I was gonna, alright. This isn't capturing anything anymore, hang on. I can show you what I mean. We'll go here, open this. Damn, I need the higher resolution. Oh, hang on, let me grab it off of VGen. I need the higher resolution image. Because it's not gonna, like, I won't be able to zoom in and, like, draw stuff if I don't do that. Where is it? Right here. Oh, wait, hang on, that's the... Oh, here we go. It lets me zoom in if I open it like this. Okay. There, now I can actually fucking see it. It's not like... A lot of people, I think, would possibly jump to the assumption that they would be, like, surgery scars for transitioning, but that's not the kind of scars I have. I just have scars from, like, a bunch of different surgeries, rather than from, like, transitioning or anything. Alright, here we go. This is the new outfit. And if I zoom in, like, I can actually zoom in now. See? Like, it's actually seeable. Little cotton candy, little things. There's the tattoo. The straps. Like, it's actually high res, so it's, like, seeable. If I were to do surgery scars, it would be, so there'd be one... Wait, hang on. There would be one about here. There would be one about there. There would be one here. There'd be one here. And there'd be one there. And then there would also be one, like, right here. I think that's all the, like, scars that would actually be shown. That's what it would look like. It wouldn't show, like, the fucking 7-inch scar going up my spine on my back, because you don't really see a model's back, but it has most of them. So I've been, like, really debating on if it's something I actually, like, want to do. Well, yeah, they would be pretty small. I think, like, they would potentially be noticeable, not too much. Like, surgery scars, after a while, they kind of fade. So it would pretty much just be, like, lines like that. They wouldn't be red. They wouldn't be red. Like, they're a lot more noticeable now. They would just be, like, a little darkening of the skin, like, in that spot. Like, the skin would just look a little weird in that spot, because, you know, it got cut and then healed. Oh, and I guess maybe even, like, one, like, right there. That would be a bigger one, though. Like, that would actually be one of the more noticeable ones. That's where they put, like... That's where they put tubes through my ribs. So there's, like, a couple decent-sized scars right there. But that's what it would look like. I've been debating it, because I know it would be unique, and it would give it, like, I had to, like, walk around for, like, 8 hours, well, maybe longer than that. I had to have, like, a little thing connected. Like, I had to walk around with, like, a briefcase thing while the tubes were, like, connected to my ribs, because it was, at the same time, like, putting some kind of thing into my lungs to stop them from collapsing and to glue it to the chest wall. And in the other end, it was, like, draining anything that needed to be drained from the lungs. So I had to just walk around with, like, a little briefcase thing that was connected to, like, these tubes that were going up into my ribs. I was just, like, walking around like that. Like, I have a hard time sitting in one place, so even, like, after surgery like that, they're just like, I don't know if you should be up and walking around, and I'm just like, I have to be up and walking around. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I just cannot stand still. So I was just pacing the hospital with, like, tubes sticking out of my ribs. I've been in the hospital a lot. Recently, not as much, but... Not a fan of hospitals, because they definitely, like, prefer you to sit still, and I'm not a fan of that. I also used to be, like, 280 pounds, at 5'9". I am now 130 pounds at 5'6". When they did my spine surgery, they like took out a disc in my spine, and I only like in the last year when I was measured at a doctor's appointment, that was when I found out that I had lost like a few inches to my height. Because of the surgery they did, I'm actually shorter. It's kind of fucked up. Like they just took height from me. At this point, going to the hospital is like whatever. It's like, all right, I gotta go to the hospital again. Let's just go. Let's just get this over with. Jesus. Like that's pretty much what it's like. I just haven't been super lucky in the health aspect. Like, my health is generally fine now, but I still have to just deal with, like, side effects a lot. Like, there are, like, the worst times it'll be, like, me ending stream suddenly or just, like, running away and, like, start throwing up violently in the background. But, I mean, I'm used to throwing up constantly now, so it doesn't take long for me to get over it. So sometimes I can, like, you know, go throw up and it, like, just come back on stream, or sometimes I have to end stream and then go, like, throw up for, like, 6 hours straight. Part of it's having stomach issues, part of it's just because I take some very, very strong medicine. I have nausea medicine. I have to take it like twice a day to stop myself from throwing up like 3 or 4 times a day. It's taken a lot. Took it right before stream. But I'm also just used to throwing up, so definitely don't think that that's, like, should be the norm. Like, if someone throws up, generally, they're gonna be like, yeah, tapped out for the day. It's not a pleasant experience. Not a pleasant experience for me, and I've been doing it for a long fucking time. It was originally because my gallbladder was failing and no doctor could figure out that my gallbladder was failing, so I just lived like 4 years throwing up like literally 30 something times a day. So I went from 280 pounds to 130. Someone finally figured out it was my gallbladder and realized that for the last 4 years, my gallbladder had been running at 14% efficiency, which means it just wasn't working. So I was just living with a failing gallbladder for like fucking 4 years. It was great. But after my spine surgery, I was diagnosed with failed back surgery syndrome, which basically means that the surgery did its job. Like, my back was fixed, but the pain isn't gone. So I'm just been told that I will be in pretty severe pain for the rest of my life. So I take pain medication, and that makes me nauseous. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty common. When you're throwing up, you're like, you know, your muscles in your stomach and like everything is contracting like really strongly. You'll feel like muscle fatigue and shit. Yeah, I went in to have the pain fixed. Like, I didn't even really care about the disc in my spine, or like them putting titanium rods and screws into my spine, but I went to get the surgery because I was in so much pain, and like now it's just never gonna go away. It's less, I guess. And now that I've had surgery, I can actually be prescribed medication. Before it was just like, oh, you're a young 20-year-old, and we don't want to get you addicted to narcotics. I mean, it clearly looks like you need them, but I'm not gonna be the one to give it to you. I had like 4 doctors say that to me. They were just like, yeah, it looks like you probably could use pain medicine, but you're pretty young, and I don't want to be the one to get you addicted, so I'm not going to give them to you. It took me like 5 doctors to find a doctor who was willing to just treat my pain. I've had the same doctor for like the last decade, and at current I take 8 milligrams of Dilaudid / hydromorphone every 8 hours. No, sorry, every like 4 or 5 hours. I also smoke a decent amount of weed, so I'm like, I function better not sober than most people function better sober. Some of the weeds make me anxious. Some of them do that. Like, each strain, I've been smoking a long time. And now that it's legalized, there's a lot more, like, research in it. Some strains will, like... You know, there's a strain that it could be called Alaskan Thunderfuck, and then the other one could be called Rainbow Ass Dragon, and then Cat Piss could be one of them. And, you know, one of them could make your anxiety really bad, and one of them could actually do a very good job at treating your anxiety. I don't take many mental meds, because most of the weed... Like, I usually just use weed to treat it. I keep myself calm and... like, mellowed out with it. But I haven't really needed treatment because of that, because that's generally kept me in, like, a pretty good place. Slows my thoughts down. It helps me, like, actually think. Though for many, it's the opposite. For many, they just kind of become a couch potato after they get high. For me, it's like, okay, now I'm in less, like, pain, and I'm not nauseous, because weed is very good at treating nausea. And I actually have an appetite, because weed gives people an appetite. And I can sleep, because weed helps people sleep. Like, it literally... Like, a lot of the main issues that I deal with from, like, side effects from, like, medication and being, like, severely physically ill and mentally ill, it covers a lot of them. It's kind of crazy. I wouldn't call it a miracle drug, but I would say that it's now a fact that marijuana fights cancer cells. Cancer.org actually had to be sued to put that on there. I mean, hey, it's better than throwing up. Most people throw up their first time. I honestly forgot that I wasn't even paying attention. They're still in the background. The red lines are like surgery scars that I'm debating adding to the model. Yeah, these shirts are nice. Well, with smoking weed, like I actually there's an actual term for it that I use. I call it getting green sick. It's like it only usually happens to people once in their life. I've been green sick, but then after getting green sick, it has never happened again. I've seen it happen to dozens of people where like they smoked too much weed, they got really dizzy, they got like really nauseous, and then you're pretty much guaranteed to throw up once you get really dizzy after smoking weed. Like if you smoked weed and you suddenly notice that you're like really dizzy and you're like, oh, I feel like I might throw up, you will throw up. Go find a toilet. Like, there is no like, oh, I might not throw up. Like, you are basically guaranteed to throw up if you start getting really dizzy after smoking weed. But it only happens once. It's usually you smoke too much, you get dizzy, you feel sick, and then a lot of people are like, nah, last time I smoked I threw up, so I don't want to do it anymore. But like, that's generally like the only time it'll happen. Sometimes people smoked a little too much, got a little, got a little sick. Weed might be weed, and weed might be, like, the least harmful drug, quote-unquote, per se, but that doesn't mean that there isn't, consequences or downsides to using too much of it, or to not being responsible with your use of it. I used to drink quite a lot. I'm someone who has always kind of aimed to not be sober. Just not in, like, horrible ways. Like, no meth or any of that stuff. But I used to drink a lot. Like, I remember, like, downing half a bottle of Fireball with my partner's mom at one party. Good times. I remember throwing up in the backyard, but good times. Oh, I was 26 shots deep. It was cheap Walmart vodka, and we decided to count how much we were drinking, and I got to 26 shots before I got sick. Good times. Shots was like the only way I drank. Just because, like, I hate beer. I fucking despise beer. All of it. Literally fucking hate it so much. I cannot, like, I don't understand how people drink beer. I don't get it. Like, I try to go at him just like, hey, that one looks like it might be good. Take a sip, and it's like, what? It's like, how are you fucking drinking that? I've, like, it is literally rancid. Like, I've tried drinking so many, like Heineken, Bud Light, Budweiser. I've tried drinking the apple cider ones. I've tried so many of them, and they're all just fucking nasty. And that sounds pretty good. I don't think I've ever really drank tequila. I was always told, always only drink tequila if you're, like, ready to be running down the street naked. Like, that's... Avoid tequila if that's not your goal. I mean, that sounds even worse. I don't even like, I'm not even a huge fan of pickle juice, so, like, pickle-flavored things are gross to me. I like pickles. Like, I can eat a pickle. The juice, no. I did alright with wine coolers, though. You know, like the little, like, Smirnoff bottles with, like, the different, like, fruity flavors. Those were alright. Those were actually pretty decent. I liked those. Those are, like, the only form of, like, beer that I can drink is, you know, like, Smirnoff wine coolers. They had less alcohol, but they tasted good. Yes, I don't know. Maybe I will put these scars on there. It would definitely give the model more of a me feel. Let's see. So, I mean, tonight we'll probably either play more God of War. We've been playing that lately. Either play more God of War tonight, or honestly, maybe play some Final Fantasy. A lot of people have been, like, getting into Final Fantasy and stuff because the embargo on spoilers just lifted. So, a lot of people are talking about it. Oh. Might have the hiccups. Yeah, I'm super excited for the art. I've got a couple pieces of art being worked on that are still, like, mostly based on this appearance. Like, currently on my 1.0, but also, like, based on the new outfit. Hey! Like, I just got this. It's got this finished sketch for alerts. Like when someone follows or subs or something, Um, I'm gonna have like custom alerts for it to pop up. Head pates. Okay, so we can. There we go. Here's the sketch. I just got this sketch. So this is going to be animated. Like, it's going to be moving. It's really cute. I really like it. Yeah, there's going to be 5 different ones. Like, one for when someone donates, one for, you know, when someone follows, all that junk. This one, I'm not sure what this one is. I can't remember. I gave them just a bunch of, like, random ideas to use for each one, so I can barely remember which one's for which. But that one might be for, like, gift subs or bits. Like, that one might be him holding bits and, like, yeah. But they'll all be moving. Like, they'll all be fully animated, like, moving their heads around and stuff, like, smiling. They'll all be like that. It's gonna be awesome. I really like this person's art style because, like, I'm not a fan of chibi stuff that much. Like, I know people find chibi stuff cute. I don't, really. I've always just found the art style a little weird at times. Not like weird as in, oh, that looks underage. It's just weird as in just like, I don't know, that's not an art style I prefer. So, like, a lot of people do chibi ones, like, they do chibi alerts. Which is what I would have gotten if, that one artist I, like, set up with didn't have their computer break. So I ended up going back to this person, and it just took a long time for them to start because they had a long wait list. But yeah, it really does look super fucking cute. Yeah, people use it a lot of the time, I think. Like, it's like, oh, you don't have money for, like, a full model. There's like, oh, let's get a chibi model then. It's like, and that's fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with chibi models. It's just, there's a lot of chibi. Like, in the VTuber community, there's a lot of chibi. There's so much chibi stuff. And some of it can be pretty cute. Like, I don't mind. Like, I have a few chibi stickers in my, like, Discord. But, man. Like, I just prefer non-chibi, I guess. Yeah. I can probably still use these, too. Like, even when I get my next model, I can probably still use these. The hearts in the eyes, the freckles are fine. Like, this is more of an artistic rendition of my character. Like, it's not supposed to be perfectly accurate. I'm still considering him a bunny with the new ears. So, it'll be fine to use these, because my new model, I plan on having completely, like, sideways ears. And then whenever I widen my eyes, the ears are going to go straight up, like bunny ears. Kind of similar to these current ones, how straight up they are. It'll make for some, like, cute reactions and stuff, but that means that, like, things like this should be fine. Like, I should be able to keep using this. Even after I get my new model, which I'm excited about. These weren't cheap. Animated alerts aren't cheap. They're like 50 bucks each. There's 5 of them. I'm happy with them. Like, I'm really happy with how they're coming out. I can't wait to see them moving. I can't wait to see them moving. They're gonna be super cute. Yeah, it does. This is, like, I think the Bits one. But it looks great so far. Like, they're doing an amazing job. They have an art style that isn't really chibi at all. It's literally just, like, your character. That's not even like half chibi. That's literally just not chibi at all. It's just me. With the new outfit, by the way. It's just me with the new outfit. That's one of the biggest things of the reasons that I'll be able to keep using it. It's because I specifically had her swap to putting like the new outfit on him. So once I have my new outfit and the new model, like, it'll perfectly match these. Other than the ears, but... Damn. It's not exactly super easy to... I guess, like, portray the ears I'm gonna have on these. Because they're gonna be going straight up and sideways. Yeah. Man, he is doing it right outside my door. Gonna be good. Maybe I'll ask her if she, like, wants to make that other ear straight, since both my ears are gonna be straight. Damn. Well, that's gonna end stream anyway, since it's really close to my partner getting home from work. I, you know, as usual, we'll be back on in a few hours. Play some games, figure out what we want to do, all that fun jazz. It was fun hanging out. I need to do more of these streams of just, like, coming on, hanging out, chatting with people. I will see you all in a few hours. Wow, he's actually right outside my wall. Oh, they're doing the entire carpet. They aren't just doing the stairs. That's why. Let's see, do I know anyone that's on right now? Following. Oh, that's loud. Toto, Lime. I mean, just some bigger people. Eh. Alright, I'll just end it. Alright, I will be back on in a number of hours. Probably like 4 to 5 hours. I will see you guys then. Keep having a good day, everyone.